California rattled by quakes today. Magnitude 3.3 and 3.2 near Ridgecrest, and a 2.7 just off Sacramento. All of these were felt. I'm just talking about the ones that are over 2.5 magnitude, because it goes without saying, and we'll see in the map, that the whole area is shaken by the smaller quakes as well. These are the three that were all of them on the Walker Lane fault system. Let's take a look at them, because this is the area, as you can see here, the U-shaped area, San Andreas, Garlic, and on the right, going from northwest to southeast, is the Walker Lane fault system that unites with Garlic fault at Ridgecrest, where we had the July earthquakes. And that is the area of that raised mountain area, that's Walker Lane fault system, where we have all of the high threat volcanoes of California. Let's take a look at the quakes. Here we are at Sizewell, Berkeley, and these are the quakes today. Let's take off the smaller quakes. You can see the bigger quakes coming in. Otherwise, there we go. Okay. And this is what we're talking about. And these were all felt today. The first one was, not this one here. Okay, Mount Whitney. And Mount Whitney, there we go. Okay. I think I went out too fast. There we go. Mount Whitney. And then this one here was a few hours after that, 3.1. And they were all, both of these were shallow depths. Mount Whitney. And this is the Long Valley Caldera supervolcano, right there. This is Ridgecrest, as we can see. So it's basically in the Owens Valley area, which is the just south of the Long Valley Caldera supervolcano, and the one in off Sacramento is 2.9. Again, higher depth, higher than sea level. And this is San Francisco, Sacramento, right here. And let's take a look at the mechanics of it. This is our map. Let's go into the aerial so we can see it better. Okay. This is the one near Mount Whitney that we saw before. Unfortunately, they don't have the shake maps here, but we'll see that they did feel it. Okay, this is the Walker Lane fault system. This is San Andreas fault going into Salton Sea. This is the Walker, Howard, Hayland fault, where we had a quake right here at Salinas a couple of days ago. Okay, San Andreas, the Hayward, and this is the longest fault in California, San Andreas. This is the Garlic fault, which is the second longest fault, and this is the Hayward, the Walker Lane fault system, which is not one fault, but a series of faults, as you can see. And this is where we have our high threat volcanoes. The San Andreas fault takes up 75% of the subduction pressure from the North American plate over the Pacific plate. The Pacific goes under, subducting under the North American plate. 75% of the pressure falls on San Andreas, and the other 25% falls on the Walker Lane fault system. This is where we had the Ridgecrest earthquakes. And these are the locations of the high threat volcanoes, right here, on this Walker Lane fault system. Okay, this is our area of Long Valley supervolcano. This here is Yellowstone, as you can see, Yellowstone. And let's go to the other one. The other one was 3.2. That was felt by 5 people. The other one, the first one was felt by 7 people. I think the last time I saw it, 7 people, yes. And even though, if we look at the population density, there's hardly anybody living out there. Look, okay? And yet they reported feeling it. There's nobody living out there, actually. Well, maybe here. Okay, maybe here. Just a few people there. Population? Okay, there we go. Some people there on top of the mountains. Okay. So, no shake maps, unfortunately. I don't know why they did that. They don't have any. Usually they do have the shake maps. And this one here was right after that. This one was closer to Ridgecrest, as we can see. And let's put in the faults right there. And population density. Again, it's not that very populated there. And again, they don't have the shake maps for some reason. Why is that? Okay, let's go in a little bit more. They usually do. But as you can see, this is a volcanic area. Walker Lane fault system. You can see all the faults there. Cracks and faults. And this is a lava area. Let's see. Oh, this is much nicer resolution because a little while back we couldn't see it this well. Amazing. There's a geothermal plant there as well, as we know. Okay. And the other one near Sacramento, 14 people felt that. As I would say, it's because we have a higher, more dense population in that area. There you go. Okay, there's more of a, it's more populated, as you can see. Okay, and these are the other two who are down here. So that was the third one of magnitude bigger than 2.5. And this is again the area of Long Valley Caldera. Mondo Lake, all this area is, that's Owens Valley. This is the Coastal Volcanic Field. And as we know, this whole area is very high threat for earthquakes. And they are expecting a big earthquake on the southern portion of the San Andreas, as told by geologist Dr. Lucy Jones after the Ridgecrest earthquake. She did inform us that the Ridgecrest earthquakes of 6.4 and 7.1 do not mean that the pressure from the San Andreas has been released. The San Andreas is locked with the Garlic Fault, and this area was more open to the pressure being released. We remember that Ridgecrest happened after the Bella Bella earthquake off Vancouver Island, Bella Bella being right up here, that's Vancouver Island. So if we take off the historic seismicity, we can see it better. Bella Bella is up here. On July 3rd, we had a 6.2 magnitude earthquake here. And 13 hours later, we had the Ridgecrest earthquake of 6.4 on July 4th, which was the foreshock of the July 5th 7.1. Now remember, on July 2nd, we had a total eclipse of the sun. And we said at that time, oh, total eclipse of the sun, we're going to have a big earthquake. And the earthquake, the total eclipse went basically this way. It went down this way, okay, and over Latin America. And we did have. And that's not the first time we saw earthquakes connected with total eclipses. We saw that as well in 1999 over the area of Greece, where we first had the, why would we have population up? Yeah, let's take it off. where we had the Anatolia Fault earthquake in Izmit, Turkey of 7.6 magnitude, and 3 weeks later we had it 7 magnitude over Athens, Greece. And the total eclipse was on August 15th, the Dormition of our Virgin Mary. On August 17th, the big earthquake over Izmit, Turkey took place, and 3 weeks later that pressure came and hit Athens. So again, that was the whole of the Middle East world was not uproar, but I would say expectation of something, because from antiquity they know what an eclipse means. It's not good news as far as seismicity is concerned, and that's what happened here. They had the big earthquake 7.6, and then the 7 here in 1999. So we geologists have found evidence that yes, the moon has to do not only with daily tides, with the ocean tides, but also with ocean waves, but also with land waves. Even the land can change a few centimeters every day because of the moon, let alone a solar eclipse. So they have found that takes place. Now, this is the Walker-Lane fault system, and as you can see, it's all pieces of faults. There you go. Okay, that's what happened today. And they will not give us any information, obviously, because we know that this is an area of a subduction zone, and one of the worst areas in the world as far as seismicity. It's on the Ring of Fire. And there we go. This is where we had them, basically around here. Sacramento, up here. Owens Valley right here, south of Long Valley Caldera, and around Ridgecrest. This is where they happened today. So all of you there, please be very careful, because we do have daily quakes going on. There we go. And because of the fact that we had the bigger earthquakes a few days ago, the pressure coming from Kamchatka. Remember the big earthquake we had in Kamchatka, 7 magnitude on the 13th, and then it went here on the 17th, 4.1, and then we had this one here on the 14th, 4.6, Bella Bella, Canada. We said Bella Bella, Canada is where we had the Ridgecrest earthquake after that hit, the 6.2 on July 3rd. And we said, okay, we have to be expecting earthquakes near Ridgecrest because of the Bella Bella, Canada earthquake of 4.6. And it came a few days later. Okay, these areas, these things here. Because of the fact that it's on the Walker-Lane fault system. The Walker-Lane fault system, which is thousands. Oh, there's the shake map. Okay, what happened? Came on by itself? What did I do? Okay, we've got it. We've got the shakes. There's the shake map. Okay, I'm so happy we have it. What happened? I didn't see it before. Okay. Okay. And there's hardly anybody living there, as we said. No, what's that? That's, oh, that's wrong. That's my Texas. That's the Texas. No, that was the Texas. All right, the Texas is the next video I'm going to make, because there's it has to do with the mid-continental rift. So we'll do that next. All right, so this is what's happening in California. Please be very careful, because we do have seismicity there. And after the Bella Bella quake, we said we were going to have Ridgecrest earthquakes. And that's what we keep seeing. We saw that in July, But we saw that also with the Bella Bella earthquakes, the pressure hits around here. It hits off because of the fact that, let's go here. Okay, because of the fact that Walker Lane is a series of faults, they're more open to the pressure jolting them around. Whereas San Andreas and Golet is locked up. Like a zipper, the Walker Lane is more easily moved and jolted. And that's where Bella Bella comes and hits off here. The pressure comes and hits off here. And we know that the Walker Lane, also from past videos that we did reading from USGS, that its pressure presses onto the northwest into Cascadia, and that's why Cascadia knocks off the pressure here. They're linked. They're somehow linked. The Walker Lane with Cascadia, and there's Bella Bella up here. Okay, north of Vancouver Island. So what we saw before with the earthquakes coming, the pressure coming from around the Ring of Fire, from Kamchatka to the Aleutian Islands, that was back here, 5 something. Yeah, 5. And then the 4.6 on Bella Bella. Then we did see the Ridgecrest earthquakes. Okay, so be very careful, please. Be alert. Thank you. And now we'll talk about the Texas things because they have to do with the mid-continental rift coming all the way from here, which nobody talks about. Okay, there's a magma plume under there. The geologists don't know where that magma is coming from. I wouldn't be surprised if it's coming from Baja, which is also feeding the west coast, and the other arm feeding Yellowstone as well. So, and of course all this is volcanic islands, volcanoes here as well. So, the next one will be on the Texas earthquakes. Thank you. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.